What is known as the Matrix is invisible. It is merely a word and a form of science fiction, a fabricated idea used by mainstream Hollywood movies to mind control people, to create a false religion in which many people subscribe to. It creates the elitist and the submissive slave, the red pill and the blue pill. And as we continue to find, both sides are always controlled. You have this idea of the sheep and the awake, the NPC and the PC. And I recently heard this person say that he no longer talks to normal people anymore. Okay, when you are suggesting this or stating this, you assume that you aren't normal, you have these special superpowers, and you are above your fellow human beings who are merely just part of the masses and mindless minions. Now, I was reluctant to make this video, but there's one thing that irritates me. It is hypocrisy. Okay. You say, you who subscribes to the paradigm of the NPC and the PC, you pride yourself on being an independent and an individual, yet you put yourself in the same basket and subscribe to this black and white concept. Okay, that is a form of religion, and like any cult, it's designed to separate you from your friends and family. Because let's get this straight, everyone on this earth is an individual. So referring to people as normies would be an inaccurate representation of the individuality you see around you. It would be a complete lack of awareness and a major form of self-deceit and mind control. And like any cult, it requires a power, a force to fight against, hence the us against them, and that double-sided construct, which is merely a contrivance in itself, because it creates the elite and the oppressed, and it forces one to engage in the mental warfare. And when you are watching this person's videos, you will keep seeing the references to them and they just over and over again. I think he refers them to the creeps, alright? Some people say the vampires, and they're performing all these dark rituals and stripping our energy and all of this stuff, when he is just simply doing just that, of these would-be type villains who are plotting humanity's destruction, okay, by telling you that he is effectively doing that. And regardless if this enemy does exist, you are being told it exists through the likes of Alex Jones and Max Egan, so it would make sense to simply ignore it, even if it does. Not buy into it and believe it and become it, fulfill it and begin to preach it. Okay, you are being misled and simply taking the bait. By thinking you are at war with this imaginary boogeyman, and believing in an invisible imaginary matrix type system that also doesn't exist. Meanwhile, going on about how everything in the world is a distraction, yet what you are involved in is one big distraction. The irony of it, claiming to be an individual, yet following this groupthink type of mentality and believing you're in the same frequency as all these other PCs, okay? That is the complete opposite of what you are led to believe that you are. And the irony is, the would-be minions on this channel that claim to be skeptics and question everything, yet they refuse to question a single idea this person is saying. They claim to have awareness, yet are buying into these mainstream political type paradigms, like the blue pill, red pill. If all TV's propaganda and designed to control you, like, why do they take references from the Matrix and They Live and all these other science fiction television shows? These people simply bow down to the idol. Now, this person in particular not only pushes the us against them and the groupthink, he attempts to interpret all this Morse code of what this nemesis is hatching and plotting against you. And as we move into the age of Aquarius, they've put all their chips on Saturn and they lost out, man, so that's a win for us. Okay, when do you stop and just start to wonder, what is this person even talking about? And there is no evidence backing this stuff up. It's just he's pushing this stuff as fact when it is merely conjecture. And it might seem that this in itself, this video, is a form of hypocrisy and a form of theorizing, when I am simply laying out the blueprint and calling it out for what it is, okay? So, you claim to be an independent and be aware, and you are under the understanding that Alex Jones and whatnot, that's just propaganda. Yet you believe in these same kind of ideas that Alex Jones and the whole truth movement push, with the conjured up enemy and the us against them. That's just pointing it out for what it is, and what the trap that people effectively fall into.